So let's see.
Gakpo was obviously in the stands for the Leicester game. You gave a hint that it might be a possibility of him being available to face Brentford anymore. Is there a bigger chance that he could now, or is it more?
Let me say like this: if I would work for the decisive agencies or would sit in the decisive offices, then I'm early awake every morning. So yeah, I could sign these papers 6:30 in the morning, roundabout. So, but I'm not too sure that will happen. So, and it must be until 12. So, and on top of that, he's not allowed, of course, not allowed to train with the team before he has before these papers are signed, I think. So technically, he's still a Eindhoven player, or I'm not sure, but he's not allowed. So there is a chance on my planet, but I don't know if it's really there.
Obviously, we spoke the other day about relishing the challenge of reeling in those teams that are ahead of you in the Premier League. What momentum do you feel is building behind you at the moment? Because it's obviously 4 straight wins in the Premier League now.
Yeah, which is obviously the only way how you can put pressure on them. That's how it is. That's what we have to do. We felt that often enough. How it is when you have good teams in your back. It's not very comfortable, and that's the situation we are in. So result-wise, we have this kind of momentum. Performance-wise, I would like to have a bit more consistency in, but we will get there, and the results help then obviously the most to get there, because I don't think you saw in any interview tonight from the players, and I didn't see an interview from the players, but that everybody said, that's it, best football we've ever played. So we are very self-critical, and we know that we can improve, and we have to improve, and that we have to sort things better on the pitch. That's absolutely clear. But that's exactly what we will try. And now it's really tough, but for Brentford as well, to have these 2 games in such a quick or short period of time, and that's the job to do now, to recover and give the right information, because the game is, not too different actually. The way they played tonight with a lot of long balls, it was Brentford usually doing against us as well. Ivan Toney is then there and picks all the balls or deflects them and stuff like this. Very set pieces outstanding. It's really tricky to defend them without producing set pieces, but all set pieces are a real strength of them. So not a lot of time for this little switch, but we will use it anyway.
Yeah, you said before the game that you should collect money in before you can spend any more. So you missing players go out?
Look, what I don't understand. So I'm now 7 years and 2 or 3 months, and it's every transfer window is pretty much the same. We talk about these kind of things as if money wouldn't play a role. It's like, who cares? It's like, but never like this, that you would just spend money. And now when I say, and I don't want to disappoint anybody and dreams, but we sign an outstanding player like Cody Gakpo, and the next thing you can read, and who next? So as if we wouldn't have a team. Honestly, if there are no players out there, and just we cannot play like Monopoly. So it's not like this, never did, and I don't understand that. So of course we cannot just spend, and never could, surprisingly. And we always sorted our situations, and it's a big part of my philosophy, really working full of faith and trust with the players you have, and not constantly questioning them by telling them that we need another player for that or that position. I think with Cody, and it's obvious, and not only because we have that void now, the quality he has, the timing is perfect. If we would have waited until the summer, it would have been definitely even more expensive, or somebody else would have picked him. So there's a lot of potential. It makes absolute sense. And with the games we will have in the next years, the games will not get less. We will have more games and all these kind of things. So it's clear that you need real quality in all positions, and probably 2 teams with the same, on the same level, if you want, that you can rotate and these kind of things. And that's what we try to prepare, obviously. But that somebody's surprised when I say we will not now start just, splashing the cash Is that the right saying? Yeah. Oh, not bad. We never did it, I know it anyway. So that should be really clear. So again, if there's something we can do, and that was always the case, and that means right player and financial situation, we will do it. And if not, then not.
In terms of any potential goals, the squad stay together, given the amount of fixtures that you are coming up, or would you go have some in place at the same time?
That's a different situation. I don't know. The transfer window didn't even open yet. So and nobody came so far to me and asked me if he can leave the club. If that would be the case, then I always listened to players, because the last thing I want to do is to force somebody to stay at Liverpool. Really not. But again, nobody came yet, and nobody. But the transfer window opens in 2-3 days, whatever. So 2. So maybe they're waiting for that. I don't know.